and sit in the dust. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust. I mean, be at a lower state. O virgin daughter of Babylon. Who is this? That's why I say the Bible answers itself through the precepts, so that's why we got to go to find out who this virgin daughter of Babylon is. Psalms 137. Go to Psalms 137. And we're going to see who this virgin daughter of Babylon is. Look at verse 7. Remember, O Most High, Psalms 137, verse 7. The children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So, the children of Edom said, raise it to the, even to the foundation there, burn it down to the ground. When did they do this? It tells us in 1 Ezra. And Esau is the forefather of the Edomites, who are the so-called white people today, or the so-called Caucasian, because it's not about a skin color, it's about the spirit of who you really are. Because you're going to have Israelites that look just like so-called white people. And you have so-called white people that are Israelites. Just by sight. You can't go by that. The spirit going to bear witness of the spirit, whether or not they are 12 tribes of Israel. It's all Israel, not of Israel. Trust that. And believe that as it is written. So first Ezra, this is what they did. First Ezra 4 and 45. Thou also have vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. When the Babylonians came and took Judah, mainly Judah, Benjamin, Levite, and all the northern tribes that were still with us, into the Babylonian captivity for 70 years. They came to get us. What the Edomites do? Thou also have vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. So David is prophesying about what they were going to do. These so-called white people, so-called Caucasians, the Edomites of the Bible, what they were doing. They burned our temple down to the ground. What do we do in our temple? Worship the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So we couldn't worship our power. That's what they did. Going back to Psalms 137 and 7. This is getting the understanding of who the daughter of Babylon is in Isaiah the 47th chapter. That's why we're here. It says, remember, O Most High, the children of Edom, who are the so-called Caucasian race today, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. You just read, they burned our temple down, and we couldn't serve and pray and come to worship our power. It says, O daughter of Babylon. See, here it is. Who is Edom? O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Remember, they're going to get double. We got double. They're going to get double. Right? Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone. So, you understand this? This was written. It happened to us. It said they're going to get double. So it said, happy shall he be that taketh their little ones and dashes thy little ones against the stones, like they did our little ones. You know? This is what happened to us. They gonna get, we got double, they gonna get double. As it is written. It's nothing that, you can stop from happening because it's written. He told us what he's gonna do to us. He did it. Now the judgment's coming to the Edomites, who are the superpower of the earth, and the other nations, and 2/3 of our people. That's not gonna come out of her. They're gonna still be polluted. That's why the most going back to Isaiah 47 and verse 6. See, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. That's the 12 tribes of Israel, and given them into thine hand, into the hand of the Edomites, who is the virgin daughter of Babylon. Thou didst show them no mercy. Remember, as they done to us, so shall happen to them. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. See, amongst our old people, so they very heavily laid their yoke. They worked until they died. They worked till they died. Free labor. That's what it's saying. So, is that, as you see here, the same thing will happen to them. In the spirit of the Most High. It's written. So, that's why we have to repent and come back to the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why it says in Jeremiah 16 and 19. O Most High, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. Did you see that? Read it again. This is our power. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It says, O Most High, my strength. He's our strength. And my fortress. That fortress is that protection. As we put on that whole armor of the Most High to fight them demons in high places. Not flesh and blood, but them demons in high places, them spirits in high places. O Most High, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. That's where we are now. It's the time of Jacob's trouble. He's our refuge in the day of affliction. What's going to happen? The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. This is where we are now, brothers and sisters. We in the ends of the earth, the last days, the very last days. And these other nations are going to come from the ends of the earth and shall say, what they're going to say? Surely our fathers, they're going to say, surely our fathers. Who is this? Their forefathers have inherited lies. You hear this? They inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. You see? Because they're not dealing with this truth. The laws of the Most High. And if you follow what they say, you are polluted. You are polluted. You're in darkness. Look, this is how he polluted us. Look, another case scenario how this happened. Go to First Ezra in the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is legit too. Listen, First Ezra, 8th chapter, the 69th verse. It says, the nation of Israel, the princes, the priests and Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollutions of the Gentiles. See, that's how he polluted his inheritance, by giving us to these other nations. See, but we didn't put away the pollutions of the Gentiles. That's why he said, come out of her, my people, and don't be partakers of her sins. But you receive not the plagues that he's going to bring on this earth against those that are sinning against him, breaking his law, statutes, commandments. So it says, listen, the nation of Israel, that's the 12 tribes of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollutions of the Gentiles, the sins which make you polluted of the Gentiles, to wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Pharisees, Jebusites. These are all so-called African or Hamite nations, and the Moabites, Chinese, Buddha and all that stuff, Egyptians, Moabitans, and Edomites. Here they are right here. And Edomites. See? That's how he polluted our minds. That's how he said he polluted his inheritance. And he told us he's going to do this. He told us. Look, this is all here. I mean, he told us in Deuteronomy 28. Look, Deuteronomy 28:64. He told us he's going to do this. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. Scattered among all these nations. And there will we be scattered among all these nations, these people, these different lands and kingdoms that we are in today. And there thou shalt serve other gods, other idols. It tell you in Psalms 96:5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. Say, there thou shalt serve other gods, other idols, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. You see? Christianity and like Buddha. When you're looking at all the things that we were forced to follow, Islam and all these different religions, you know, Baptist religion, Catholic religion, you name it, we in it. Buddha, you know, Hare Krishna, you name it, you come up with something new, we all involved in it. Continually. You see? And this is what happened to us. And he said, you're going to pollute us. How you pollute us? By pollutions of the Gentiles, these nations. Why? Because we didn't, this is what it's going back to First Ezra. What do we do? Just what he told us not to do. Don't do this, okay? Israel, hard-headed, rebellious, do exactly what the Most High say not to do. So what do? First Ezra 8 and 7. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters. These other nations, these Gentile nations, he's polluted us with the Gentiles, giving us over into their hands, and we serve their gods, their idols. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity, partakers of this sins. And as soon as I had heard these things, I rent my clothes. Ezra tore his clothes and the holy garment, this holy garment, and pulled off the hair from off my head and beard. Man, that's humility and sadness. There's also a lot of pain he put himself into. You pull your hair off your head and the hair out your beard, and set me down sad and very heavy. See? Look at 1 Ezra 9 and 7. So Ezra arose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel. By marrying outside of your nation, increase the sins of Israel. If you read Psalm 96 and 5, for all the gods